Marcus Aurelius commanded the most powerful empire on earth. And every time he rode in a triumph, a slave stood behind him and whispered the same words into his ear. You are mortal, not praise, not flattery. A reminder that the man beneath the crown was dust. The Stoics called this practice memento mori, which simply means remember that you will die. But it was more than a thought about death. It was a daily discipline against the slow poison of ego. The Stoics believed that power, unchecked by humility, does not elevate a person. It hollows them out. And so they built rituals, small and deliberate, to keep the self honest. Marcus Aurelius ruled Rome in the days of empire, when a single word from him could move armies or end lives. The world around him bent to his will. Advisors agreed with him. Crowds cheered for him. Every structure of his life was designed to make him feel exceptional, and he knew it. He wrote in his private journal, the one we now call the Meditations, not for anyone else to read, but to argue with himself. To remind himself that the applause was noise, that the titles were borrowed, that the man underneath was ordinary flesh, prone to error, prone to pride, prone to forgetting. So he kept the slave close. The whisper was the antidote. There are 3 things worth sitting with here. First, humility is not weakness. It is clarity. A river that knows its banks does not flood and destroy. It flows with purpose. Marcus understood that seeing himself clearly made him a better ruler, not a lesser one. Second, we all need a whisper. You may not have a slave at your shoulder, but pride is quieter than we think. It hides in the way we stop listening, in the way we assume we already know. The whisper is simply the practice of asking, am I seeing this clearly, or am I seeing what I want to see? Third, the ritual must be daily. Not once. Not when things go wrong. Every morning, before the world begins to flatter you again. Here is the practice. Each morning, before you check your phone or step into your role, sit for one breath and name one thing you do not know. Not a grand confession, just one honest gap. A seed of humility planted before the day can harden around you. And then, let the day begin. If this brought you a moment of stillness, subscribe and walk this path with us. The slave never bowed. He just told the truth. And that in the end was the most powerful thing in Rome.